Hi everybody, Jake here for FMSCOUT, back with another video on FM21. Now today's video is a little bit different. It's about one of the major transfers that has happened in the world of football recently. It is of course Jadon Sancho to Manchester United. He lit up the park for England against Ukraine. Everyone is really excited to see him in the Premier League. He's been doing it for years in the Bundesliga, and we're going to use Football Manager to see how Jadon Sancho's career might get on at Manchester United in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's kind of counter-attacking system. I know it's technically not fully counter-attacking, but you know what I mean. So yeah, we're going to have a look at that within Football Manager to see how he gets on. Is a transfer going to be a failure? Is it going to be a success? According to Football Manager at least, that's what we're going to find out. But before we get into that, I'd just like to ask you guys, if you do enjoy this kind of content, like I say, it's a little bit different. Would you like to see these simulations with other transfers? Do let us know in the comments. Let us know how you think Jadon Sancho will get on Manchester United, and subscribe to the FMSCOUT channel. It really does mean a lot when you do that, particularly liking the video, as it helps with how the channel performs overall. So with that being said, let's get straight into this video and see how he gets on at Manchester United. So here you go everybody, this is Jadon Sancho in FM21. I have moved him over to Manchester United for £75 million. I know that's probably not completely accurate because according to the report, I believe it's £75 million with additional add-ons that could take it up to 90 plus. Could be wrong there, but that's what I have read. So in that case, what do I think about it before we get into what he could potentially do in Football Manager? Well, I think one, Manchester United have got a good deal here because obviously he's an English player. He's going to sell a lot of shirts. In that case, he's going to be one of the star poster boys for their club. Financially, I think Manchester United have done well. I don't see any way in which this transfer doesn't work out. Like, even if he doesn't perform at the very highest level, he's still a poster boy, Manchester United, English player for another 10 years in the English national team probably, as long as he keeps it up. He's going to sell shirts, he's going to be a big success at Manchester United, and it just makes sense in my eyes. The only problem I would have with it is maybe that's the position where Manchester United least needed to improve. It does depend on what they do with Greenwood. But I really like Mason Greenwood. I'm not a Man United fan, but I watch him quite regularly because my brother is a Man U fan and he always has it on TV, but I thought Greenwood was one of their star players on that right-hand side, which is likely where Sancho will play. You've obviously got the likes of Rashford, Martial, Cavani, and assuming that Sancho is pretty much a guaranteed starter, that could kind of hinder Mason Greenwood's growth. I know he's going to get a lot of chances because of how many games Man U play, but that's just my thoughts. But I do think it would be hard to know without seeing it in action and seeing what Manchester United do with him. However, I would expect him to be playing on the right-hand side. So, back into Football Manager and this simulation. Jadon Sancho has a 175 fixed potential ability rating in Football Manager, which means as long as he gets the right training, doesn't have too many injuries, he should turn into one of the best wingers in the world. That's why you can see his potential is so high here, but he is already very high in terms of his current rating, so already classed as a very good player in the Manchester United senior team and has the potential to be a superb player or a star player in their side. He has a really quick turn of direction in Football Manager, with 18 agility being his highest physical attribute alongside some pretty good pace. Mentally is his weakest point, although that's not to say that it isn't good. He does have high anticipation, flair and off the ball. He then has some very good technical attributes with crossing, dribbling, first touch, passing and technique all being at a very, very high level, and they're the things that he's going to need most in that right wing area, which is where we're going to use him. A couple things I should mention. We are in 2020 here. Obviously, Jadon Sancho is joining in the 2021 season, so that's going to alter things a little bit, but I don't think it'll make too much of a difference. And for the sake of the video, he will be starting in 2020 in this Manchester United side. We're going to be using in that right wing position as an inverted winger. On that right side, we're using the RDF Manchester United tactic, which looks like this. So this is a replication, or at least an attempted replication, of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Manchester United tactic. The inverted winger role on the right side where we're going to be using Sancho, which is likely where he will fit in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's system. So with that being said, let's simulate 2 years and see how he does in his first 2 years at Manchester United. Okay guys, here we are, 2022 in Football Manager, the end of the second season of Jadon Sancho at Manchester United and the end of the first season that he's going to have in real life here at the club. Manchester United coming third in the league, not far off the top dogs, Manchester City, so they are competing right at the very top now. But no sign of Jadon Sancho in these key areas just yet, so we're going to see how he gets on in that inverted winger role. Okay everybody, here we are. Jadon Sancho has had many more caps for the England international team. He's now valued at more than he originally was when we bought him in. And he is a star player at Manchester United, still has plenty of potential, still at a pretty good level for the Manchester United team. However, he has had a big injury hit. The damaged cruciate ligament did take him out for 6 months of this second season during simulation, so that is a bit harsh on him to miss 6 months of game time there. But overall, he's still pretty much the same player that we originally saw. He hasn't kicked on all that much just yet, Attribute-wise, I can't really tell too much difference just yet. It looks like his pace and his stamina have taken a fairly big hit, particularly stamina has gone down quite a lot. However, that is because he's currently injured. When he recovers, his attributes should start ticking a little bit more back up once we get him back into training. I think he looks a little bit better. Anticipation has definitely gone up because that was at 15 before. So I think he is improving in that position. Overall, though, he's got all the attributes he needs to be a top player in that position when he is fit. So we'll see how he has got on at the age of 22. How did his first 2 seasons go at Manchester United? Okay, so there's a few things to dive into here. First of all, we'll take this first season where he originally joined. He had a pretty good season on that right-hand side. 11 goals and 3 assists. You might want a bit more from him creatively, but overall, doing pretty well into this tactic, which kind of replicates how well Solskjaer's team does, and maybe isn't as effective in Football Manager as it could be. So therefore, don't expect like Man U are going to win the league every season and Sancho's going to be amazing. This isn't some kind of OP tactic. It's just a replication of what Manchester United try to play, which might not be favoured in this game engine. However, a 6.9 average rating is nothing really to be disappointed about. It's classed as just above average, I believe, or around average in Football Manager, around a 6.7, 6.8. I think most people consider average, so 6.9. Almost there in them sevens, which would make him have a very good season, really. 1 Player of the Match awards, 11 goals, as I said. Now, this is what's really confused me a little bit. He's apparently played 36 times in the league, despite being out for, according to his medical report, 6 months. Now, the only thing I can think is because we have it set when we simulate to make sure he plays every game possible where he's fit. Maybe when he's like injured and slightly like 2% fit, the game's going, okay, he can still play because he's 2% fit. And the assistant manager is using him in-game, and that's probably why his performances haven't been as good. It's hard to really say why, because I don't think if he is fully injured, as it looks like he is here with the red, that usually means he can't come on at all. So I don't really know what's gone on there, how he's got so many games. Maybe he hit it in the last game of the season and then has been recovering from it since. I don't really know. I can't really explain it. I'd like to be able to. If anyone's seen anything that might potentially answer that question somewhere, do let me know. But second season hasn't been as good, but I'm not going to worry about that because he is injury hit. But hopefully in the next 3 years he gets back on track. So we'll take away this second season. So Jadon Sancho, recover well in Football Manager, and we'll see you at the end of 2025 after 5 years of being in Manchester United's first team squad. Okay everybody, here we are, 2025. The assistant manager has apparently taken Manchester United all the way to 5th place. It looks like the club hasn't been upgraded and developed maybe as much as it needed to. However, Jadon Sancho is still here and is now the top assister with 17 assists this season for Manchester United. That's a very, very good return considering the first couple of seasons he was hitting like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 assists maybe at most. So well done Jadon Sancho there. Looks like he's done pretty well, so let's see how he's developed in his 5 years at Manchester United. Okay everybody, here we go. He's 25 years old. He looks like he's an absolutely incredible player. Before we break it down and have a look at him, I'd just like to let you know, if you want to check out my channel, it is linked in the description. We have a save going on over there with Lille at the minute. I think, if all goes well, it could potentially be near the end of a series, so you could catch up on that. There's not that many episodes if you want to get there as we get into the final episode and show your support for our little teams. But it has been a really great series for me to make. I've really enjoyed it, and a lot of you guys have too. We've had a lot of people come over from the FMSCOUT channel to say they've enjoyed the content and have been surprised by how much they've enjoyed the little series. So if you want to check that out, feel free. And we're also getting very close to 2,500 subscribers right now. We only need like 40, 50, 30 at the time of recording. I don't really know what it's going to be when this goes out. But yeah, if you could help out there, that would be awesome. But Jadon Sancho, 25 years old, 28 caps for England, 9 goals. And he is now at his maximum potential of 175 within Football Manager, which on a scale of 1 to 200 makes him one of the best wingers in the world. He's a star player for Manchester United, maxed out his potential as I did mention, and he is now one of the best players at the club. And if we look at this inverted winger role, he is suiting it perfectly now as a 4-star player, and every attribute that is highlighted are the ones that he needs, and every single one is at a very high level. Pace, agility and acceleration, very, very good. Agility particularly is going to help him in cutting inside. Mentally he's improved a lot. We did focus his training a little bit on final third, so that's decision and composure, and that's worked quite well for him. Anticipation at a good level, flair, off the ball and vision at a very, very high level, to be honest. I don't think it would get that high in this simulation. On top of that, his passing and technique have gone up a lot. We did focus on his passing towards the end of his last 2 seasons, so that might be why that's gone up so much, because I would imagine in real life his passing, I haven't watched him every day at Borussia Dortmund, I can't lie, but I can't imagine his passing is at this level, because this is basically like Iniesta, Xavi, Fabregas kind of levels of passing. So don't really know what's gone on there, but he's developed really well in that area apparently. Long shots, first touch, dribbling and crossing are very good. His dribbling in particular, as well as his first touch, are great. 18 first touch and 20 dribbling, so he's basically the best dribbler in the game, or at least joint level with someone else on 20, probably like Lionel Messi, but he might have retired at this point. So really excited to see him dance past some players in real life if he can do it. But Jadon Sancho has done very well in terms of his development and is clearly a very good player and has definitely been value for money for Manchester United. However, the thing we want to see is how did he perform in game? Did Football Manager think he did well for Manchester United? Did they think that he was just kind of average? Well, we can see in his last 3 years, numbers-wise, he has done pretty well, and I think all Manchester United fans would be happy if this is what he did. It looks like it's on average, 20 goal contributions this season, 12 goals, 8 assists. This season he had 15 goal contributions, and this season 17. So let's say on average, 17, 18 goal contributions a season in the Premier League alone is very, very good in my opinion. On top of that, he's been performing well in the continental competitions too, scoring 4 goals in 10 appearances there, likely in the Champions League for Manchester United. So overall, he's had a very, very good time at Manchester United. Average rating maybe isn't reflective of what he's actually doing in game, because you do have to consider, like I said, that this tactic isn't optimized for the match engine, if I put it that way. If you do want to find that tactic, you can find it on the FMSCOUT website quite easily. I just searched Manchester United recreation in Football Manager and found it. It's by the brilliant RDF, who worked on the channel a little while ago and has his own channel now, which is brilliant, and he does some great work over there. So if you want to check that out and support him, feel free. But yes, he looks very, very good in this current match engine. Goal contributions are great. Average rating, like I say, it's not an optimized tactic, so I'm not too interested in looking at his average match ratings, but overall a very good performance. And if they added him and a couple of other star players, they've been linked with Varane, etc. at the minute, I think they could definitely challenge for a title. Whether Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the man to take them there, I don't know. That's not something to get into in this video, I don't think, but there you go. Jadon Sancho has done awesome at Manchester United. Maybe not as good as he could have done, but still has been a very good signing. Let me know down below how you think he's going to do in real life. So there you go, guys. That has been the end of today's video. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button down below. It really would mean a lot. Subscribe to the channel, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.